It's a very sad story, and the way out of this, as I see it, is to recall how in the past some of those conflicts, like for example Kosovo and others, were resolved when there were two parties like negotiating, in America and in some other Western nations were mediating. Yeah, so in this particular case, we don't see mediation. We see more like a bringing fuel in the fire. So at this point, I don't see how U.S. can mediate or any European countries. But there's one guy who can do that. And I think it's the Chinese president, Xi Jinping. And I think he has a high reputation both in Russia and Ukraine. He maintains a kind of a strong position of, so far neutrality. His people had meetings with Ukrainians, and of course, Xi Jinping met with Putin. I think at the time that Xi Jinping enters this negotiations process, brings two sides to the table. We know there is some negotiations going on in Russians and Ukrainians. They do meet, they talk, but some of them, all those agreements immediately fall apart, and to a large extent because some of those neo-Nazi battalions in Ukraine are disrupting that. So we are now in a very dangerous time. Actually, tomorrow, my colleagues, American colleagues, including one Nobel Peace Laureate, we are appealing to, cool it a little bit and just help, as I said at the beginning, help to mediate this crisis instead of pouring fuel in the fire. And this will be printed tomorrow in the Washington Times, which is I would say, like a main newspaper for the Republican Party. So hopefully something will happen. We don't have too much time left.